Hi, I'm Megan.
So,
Hi, I'm Megan, Alter Me Head of Fitness.
and I'm Adam, Head of Content at Ultimate.
And here is where we dig deeper on some health and wellness topics. The use of GLP-1s. Couldn't be hotter than that. So GLP-1s are a class of medications originally developed for type 2 diabetes, but now widely used for weight loss. People feel fuller, eat less, and lose weight more easily. Adam, what is your take?
My take, it is a very hot button topic, but it seems like GLP-1s are here to stay and a lot of people are getting results from it. So that's a positive. I think I would just say that there's considerations that need to be factored in. The muscle loss risk is real. If you're not factoring your adequate protein, your resistance training, a lot of people will kind of get into losing muscle instead of fat. So the skinny fat that everyone hears of, the gaunt face. I think the off-ramp strategy is critical. What I mean by that is what happens when the prescription ends. I think many aren't prepared to sort of maintain those results without the GLP-1s. So, you get these amazing, weight loss results and all of a sudden you're off it and everything kind of bounces back to where you started. So that's a real thing to consider. I think there's probably some food association, food relationship concerns that need to be addressed. Of course, the appetite suppression is super effective with GLP-1s, but it can probably mask some emotional eating or, your overall relationship with food. And I think ultimately, it's not for everyone. A GLP-1 is not the, is not the solution for everyone. Of course, for some, yeah, it's great. It's a very, very straightforward fix, but for others, they don't want to kind of resort to some sort of prescription to help them lose the weight. So those are just some of my thoughts, but yeah. Anyways, Megan, what do you think?
No, I'm on the same page as you. I say, well, yes, agree. GLP-1s are here to stay. There's a certain stigma out here in LA that it's just this horrible abused drug. It's an incredible tool. It's science. We like science here at Alter Me.
Indeed.
I think the same thing you do. I call them training wheels. I'm like, the GLP-1 has to be your training wheels that kind of gets you off that track and like on the right track. Of course, there's like way heavier science behind that, but when you have your training wheels on, you need to learn how to ride the bike the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
How
of
to
course.
fuel the body the right way. Got to work the muscles, progress the muscles. So ensure that you are not just strength training, but progressively overloading and challenging yourself. Once you plateau, you push again. Learning the tools. So it's here. It's like just such an addiction to being thin right now. We've circled back to the 90s and that like gaunt look. There's a really fine line, and we work in fitness. We like looking healthy and feeling healthy. And so some of those like Ozempic face and Ozempic butt, well, that's the fine line walking.
It's a real
The
thing.
Ozempic butt is like, yeah, you got no muscle back there and no fat. Here to stay. I think it's a great tool, but you gotta.
Yeah. I think you make
work.
really good points. I think ultimately there's no point in being resistant to it. I mean, this industry, this world is always evolving. When I say this world of, weight loss, fat loss. So don't try to sort of prevent it from happening. It's here. Just how can we sort of partner with, the individuals that see it as a solution and sort of educate or advise sort of the best ways to kind of go about that overall direction.
When you onboard, my husband just onboarded himself for the first time.
Very cool.
And he was like, oh, one of the first questions they asked me was, am I on GLP-1s? And he just thought that was so cool. It's just like straight up. There's no secret about it.
Yeah, just address it. Be real.
Yeah.